Hello, and welcome to our DogBizPro help video series. In this video, we will be explaining how to manually register clients for already scheduled events. To start, you would just want to navigate to your training module by clicking on the module dropdown and selecting Training. Once you're inside of your training module, you can either click on the Calendar tab or the Events tab in order to find the event in question. For this video, we will search for the event inside of our Events tab. Once you have found your event inside your search results, you should be able to click on the event in question and be brought to that specific event page. Once you're inside of that page, you would be able to see all the clients currently registered for that event showing inside of that Event Registration List tab. If you wanted to manually register a new client for this event, then you would just want to click on the Add Event Registration icon, and that should open up your registration window. From inside of this window, you can manually register a client for this event. The first text box showing inside of this window is the Client Autofill box. Here you should be able to type the client's name in question, and from the search results appearing down below, you could choose that client, and that would set the client up for this registration. The next area showing is the Event dropdown. This dropdown will by default be set to show the event that you are currently viewing. However, if you for some reason wanted to change the event that you're applying this registration for, you can click on the Event dropdown and change it to a different event if you wanted to. For the purpose of this video, we'll just leave it on the same event that it's showing now. Next, if you have registration levels turned on for your event, you will also see a level drop-down box showing inside of this window as well. This drop-down box will allow you to assign this client to a specific registration level that you have created. So if you wanted to assign a client to a specific registration level, you would just want to click on the level drop-down, choose the registration level that you have created, and again, they'd be set up to attend that registration level. If your event was not set up with registration levels, then this level drop-down box would not be showing here. So again, this level drop-down box will only show if you have registration levels showing for your event. The next area showing inside of this window is the dog drop-down. Here you can actually attach a dog to this registration. So if you wanted to assign a dog towards this registration, you would just want to click on the dog drop-down and choose the dog in question. The next area showing inside of this window is the cost text box. You'll notice that a value is already populated into this field. That's because I've already chosen an event and a registration level. So again, as long as you choose an event and or a registration level, that cost would automatically populate into the cost text box for you. You have the option to change the cost of this event registration by manually changing the cost amount. So again, if you wanted to charge this client, say $15 instead of $5, you can make that change here. You'll notice that after you have filled out some of the required fields above, this additional section will now be showing inside of the window. This section would allow you to apply a credit, apply a prepayment, automatically create an invoice, etc. If a client had a valid credit on their account, and you wanted to apply that credit towards this registration, you could actually click the Use Package Credit checkbox in order to apply a credit towards this registration. So again, if you wanted to actually apply a credit towards this registration, you could check this checkbox, and that would apply a credit towards this registration. If the client did not have a valid credit on their account, then this Use Package Credit checkbox would not be showing. So again, this will only show if the client has a valid credit on their account. If the client actually had a prepayment on their account and you wanted to apply it, you could actually use the Use Prepayment Balance checkbox in order to apply that prepayment towards this registration. So again, if the client has an existing prepayment on their account, they can use this Use Prepayment Balance checkbox in order to actually apply that prepayment towards this registration. Just for the purpose of this video, we'll just uncheck this checkbox for right now. Next, you should be able to see a checkbox titled Automatically Create Invoice for this registration. You just want to make sure to check this checkbox if you wanted an invoice to be automatically created for this registration. So again, if you wanted an invoice to be automatically created at the time of registration, you would just check this checkbox here. If you did not check this checkbox, then the client's account would still be charged, but the charge transaction would not yet be attached to an invoice, so you would just have to manually attach it to an invoice. The next setting showing inside of this section is to automatically email the invoice for this registration checkbox. If you were automatically creating an invoice for this registration, you could choose to automatically email that invoice out to the client as well. So again, if you wanted to automatically email the invoice out for this registration, you could just check this checkbox here. The last two sections showing inside of this window are the Apply Discount and the Apply Payment drop-down boxes. If you want to apply a discount, you could use the Discount drop-down box in order to apply a discount right at the time of registration. So again, if you wanted to apply a discount towards this registration, you could click on that drop-down, choose the discount in question, and that would actually apply this discount towards this registration. If you wanted, you could also manually apply payment as well, right at the time of registration. So if you wanted to apply payment right at the time of registration, you could just click on the Apply Payment drop-down box, choose the payment method of your choice, and it would actually apply that full payment towards this registration. Once you're finished setting up this event registration, you can actually click Save in order to create that event registration. After you've saved your registration, you should now be able to see that registration showing inside your event registration list. If you wanted to confirm or edit this registration, you would just want to click on the three-dot icon. Here you could edit the registration, confirm the client's registration, put them on the waiting list, or actually remove the registration as well. Hopefully that helps and explains how to manually register a client for an event.